This video is sponsored by Blair's Wire Bonsai Trees. For unique and personalized pieces of beauty and artwork, check out the link in the description and use coupon code BeastlyGamer for 10% off your order. What's up guys, Beastly Gamer here. Welcome to the Beastly Gamer channel. Today I come to bring you guys Yuletide and wonderful news. It appears that the next Resident Evil movie will be the last one of the series. Yes, I said wonderful news. Now I know that this is a conundrum because I think it's kind of mixed as far as the audience goes, whether or not these Resident Evil movies are actually good or were they total shit. Now, I think it's either one or the other. I don't think people think the movies were okay. I think either you really like them or you really don't like them, depending on how old you are and what you really know about the Resident Evil series. Now, me, I played every Resident Evil game. I beat every Resident Evil game except for the very last one, Resident Evil 6. It lost me when I took over as Wesker's son. I feel like it jumped the shark, and it was not what I wanted out of a Resident Evil game. I fought through the first two campaigns with Leon and Chris. At the end of Chris, I felt like I was playing Rambo with my wife. I didn't feel like I was in a Resident Evil world, and I just said, fuck it. But the Resident Evil movies, from the jump, from the very first one, I felt like they really missed the mark of what made the Resident Evil series so amazing to me. What made the Resident Evil series stand out as an IP for me. What made Resident Evil such a good game for me was that feeling of foreboding and that feeling of being alone. The feeling of not having enough supplies and knowing that there are flesh-eating zombies around every corner. And there was something around every corner that was really terrifying. The movies seemed to remove that and add some action, more of an action type of feel, not so much suspense or horror. After a while, I felt like I was watching like some souped-up Die Hard movie with this chick with special powers who did not exist in the games at all. And you know what? I gotta be totally honest. I'm really happy they never really went as far in the games as introducing this Alice character. It would have really pissed me off. Now, the games have pissed me off over the years because they've kind of drifted so far away from what they really were and kind of created these super soldiers. Chris Redfield became a super soldier with biceps that were 40 inches, punching boulders by the end of Resident Evil 5. Wesker became this unstoppable telekinetic force that could teleport across the map and kill you with ease. It really jumped the shark for me in the game as well. But the early Resident Evil games really were good to me. 1, 2, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Resident Evil 4 really peaked because they changed the style of the game, they changed the control, and it was an engaging and very terrifying story with the Las Plagas. And so this new Resident Evil movie supposedly is the last film, according to an actress. This article's on GameSpot.com. More evidence has emerged to suggest that Paul W.S. Anderson's upcoming 6th Resident Evil movie, called The Final Chapter, is indeed the last entry in a long-running film series. Asked by IGN if the movie would really be the last chapter in the series, actress Ali Carter, who plays Claire Redfield in the series, gave a straight response. Quote, "I know it is," end quote, she said. Larder didn't sound too bummed that the series is coming to an end, however. Quote, "How many movies have had this kind of fan base and get to be made 6 times, she said. I think it's extraordinary. It's a total testament to Mila Jovovich and Paul. I'm so grateful to them. And they chose me to be a part of it halfway through. And they've kept me along for the ride. I love that it's not even 7 men and 1 woman. I mean, these are 2 women and they're competing with each other, you know? There's such an easy cliche that these 2 could fall into, but it's definitely a female power movie." She's right. It is a female power movie, which is the opposite of what Resident Evil is. It's not what made the games engaging to me. Now, I will say this. If these movies were named something else, for me, personally, it would be more watchable. If I watch a movie of a game that I play that's important to me, I expect them to take the canon seriously. When you see cardboard cutouts of Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield, Leon Kennedy, when you see these people and they don't even matter in the story, when they don't even matter, and this chick, Alice, is somehow the main focal point, because her husband, of course, is making the film, Mila Jovovich's husband, it takes me completely out of the experience. And I know there's a lot of action fans out there who love these movies. And for you guys, I understand where you're coming from. But for me, it just does not do it for what Resident Evil should be. I like to see a really good director make a Resident Evil film. There's a movie out right now called The Babadook. And it was directed by a female. I don't remember her name. But The Babadook is such a suspenseful type of film. I'd like to see someone like her take the Resident Evil brand and try to reboot a film and make it atmospheric and terrifying and make you feel like you're claustrophobic and there's something around the corner and you don't want to see it. And when you do see it, it's not stars. It's not some animatronic looking rubber faced nemesis coming around a corner that just does not look real at all. I mean, I'd love to see someone else's idea of what this franchise could be. Unfortunately, when a franchise like this comes out and it starts to make money, people are going to continue to make it. The last film that they did grossed over $240 million. So, of course, people are going to go see it. It's making money. And, of course, these younger people who never really had a chance to play Resident Evil on the PlayStation or Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64 or Resident Evil Code Veronica on the Dreamcast, they have no idea what the old Resident Evils are all about. You know, if you're young and you're coming into Resident Evil where Resident Evil 5 was, you completely miss what Resident Evil was all about. At this point, it's turned into an action type of game. It could be you shooting human enemies or undead, and that's pretty much what it is. You're running through the game just popping off heads and punching people in the neck, and that's what happened to the Resident Evil games. And I'm just really happy. I'm thrilled as a gamer to know that this is coming to an end. I mean, I know everybody's not going to agree with me here, and that's the dichotomy of what makes America. Everyone's not going to agree with this. Some people are going to say, Beastly, you're out of your fucking mind. The Resident Evil movies are rad, dude. If you still say rad, you must be old and you're crazy. But I think these movies need to come to an end. I'd be happy to see someone else pick up this franchise and maybe go the direction of survival horror. Maybe. You know, they're making this Resident Evil 7 game. They're rebooting Resident Evil 0, and they're remaking Resident Evil 2, which I cannot wait to see. If this Resident Evil 2 is as good as I think it could be, I'd love to see someone take the franchise, the movie franchise, and do something awesome with it. You guys let me know in the comment section. Am I crazy? Is the Resident Evil movies just fucking awesome and somehow I missed it? Do you guys agree with me that the Resident Evil movies might be good as an action film, but not as a Resident Evil film? Let me know in the comments below. As always, give a thumbs up and show support for this channel. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.